Welcome back to the show. My name is JD, and we will get right into this week's news. In a past episode, I had mentioned how Samsung had watch designs that would take on a rounded square footprint. My hope was that this watch would have a display matching the chassis shape. That didn't really come to fruition. Samsung just announced during their Summer Unpacked event the Galaxy Watch Ultra. This device has a clear intent to take on Apple's $800 smartwatch and is also made of titanium. But it comes with a 590 mAh battery, 32 gigs of storage, 2 gigs of RAM, and an Exynos W1000 chipset. It's patched into a 1.5-inch circular display covered in sapphire crystal, and it also has a water depth resistance of 100 meters or 328 feet, comes with an emergency siren if you're lost, a quick button that's programmable, and it runs on Wear OS 5 and comes pre-compatible with LTE connectivity. The colorways are silver, gray, and white, but before any discounts or trade-ins, the MSRP is $650, $150 cheaper than what Apple offers. And my question is how close did Samsung come to copying the Apple Watch Ultra? And for many of you Samsung users, were you disappointed with this design, or do you feel like it meshed nicely with Samsung's design language? Another new model in Samsung's lineup was announced earlier this year in January, the Galaxy Ring. This is a fitness device that, in all fairness, will be pegged up against the $300 Oura Ring. Now, as you might expect from a smaller device, the lack of ECG reading and advanced exercise-specific tracking shouldn't be that much of a surprise. But it does come with an IR temperature sensor, a bioactive sensor, and an accelerometer. So things like sleep, heart rate, walking, running, and step tracking are things that are featured on this device. Just like its cousin, it's made with titanium and is 100-meter water resistant. 6 to 7 days is what you can expect out of the battery, and the charging case should get you up to 14 days without the need of an outlet. It comes in black, gold, and silver, but final pricing, $400, $100 more than the Oura Ring. The only difference here is that this device doesn't come with a subscription plan, so after about 17 months of ownership, you'll about pay the same for an Oura Ring with that $599 monthly price. Now, if I had to bet, most people are going to find the lack of a subscription the leading factor when shopping for a fitness ring, or for that matter, any product. Once again, it's no surprise that with the Google event under a month away, we already know almost everything there's to know about these devices, including the watches. We are already aware that there are 4 smartphones, the 9, 9 Pro, 9 Pro XL, and Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Now, per leaks in the code, 1 year of complimentary 2TB Google One with Gemini Advanced is set to come with the 9 Pro. The base Pixel 9 will get 6 months of that same service, or at the very least, some variation of it. We also have leaked images of the 9 Pro Fold flexing off the rearranged camera lenses as well as the internal guts, plus the fact that it's gotten a little taller. Additional images of the 9 and 9 Pro XL were also posted, particularly the latter in contrast to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, both of which boast that flat edge design. Plus some additional specs that were pulled from the FCC revealing some connectivity data. And then to cap it all off, Google just uploaded 2 promos for the Pixel 9 Pro and Pro Fold. But with all that disclosed, including everything that's leaked over the past few months, does any of this excite you, especially you Pixel fans? Or do you feel like it's gotten to the point where you're getting some sort of a variation of an external iPhone with the internals of an Android? Because in my opinion, they do look nice and clean, but I've never been a fan of the flat edges that have dominated the iPhone lineup. Then again, that just might be me. Remember last week when Riley questioned whether Microsoft would see any monetary loss after offering cloud gaming through Fire TV? Well, Microsoft has kind of laid that case to rest with some latest changes to their service. $20, that's the new price for Game Pass Ultimate, up $3 from $17. The annual core plan also sees a jump from $60 to $70 a year, and the PC-only plan will see a $2 increase from $10 to $12. They've also added a standard plan of $15 a month with some limitations, like no cloud gaming or day one access. However, it still continues to have more features than the core plan. Overall, it's anywhere between $10 to $36 more a year than before. It just depends on what plan you're on, of course. It's also a point of interest that all these price changes have already taken place for new subscribers. As for those who are already paying, like myself, we won't see this change until September. What can I say except price hikes are expected, and we will continue to keep you guys posted on any further price hikes in the future. Closing out this week's episode, Samsung also showcased in their event this month the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Flip 6, along with their Buds 3 and 3 Pro. Now, as we've seen with past iterations, Samsung has hit a bit of a refinement stage where not a whole lot of innovation is going on, but rather minor changes and improvements are layered on the basis of these foldables. Some flatter edges here, a new vapor chamber there, some new colors on top, and yet somehow it warrants a $100 increase on both models. Now, to add insult to injury, the Buds 3 Pro take on an edgier imitation of Apple's AirPods. Now, personally, I do like the earbuds, but I've seen countless comments online expressing a strong distaste for Samsung's change with the existing design on the market. Now, do you feel that the foldables are worth $100 more? And did Samsung take the right approach with the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro? Because from my perspective, we do know that things are only going to continue to get more expensive, but for those who are considering an upgrade, those foldables might feel like a lateral move. As for the Buds, I know that there are only so many formats that manufacturers can take, but how close is too close when it comes to competition? That will do it for this week's episode. My name is JD, and we will catch you guys in the next one.